Alright, so Edgar Berlanga is set to face Canelo Alvarez tomorrow, September 14th, and I thought it'd be a perfect time to give my predictions, because I ain't gonna lie, despite the main event being kind of trash, because we all know what's bound to happen. We all know Edgar, he gonna get cooked. We know that. But the card is not that bad. So you already know what time it is. It's time for another predictions video. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So even though he's not on the main card, I believe he is still worthy of being talked about. And I'm talking about Stephen Fulton. I still think it's messed up that he's not on the main card. I would have rather have him on the main card than Rolly. However, it is what it is. But I don't know too much about his opponent in Castro, besides the fact that he fought Neri and then he fought Brandon Figueroa. Besides that, I don't know too much about him. I do know Fulton is going up in weight, so can I expect a knockout? Probably not. I would probably bet on it going to 10 rounds. I believe it's 10 rounds, because I don't think it's for a belt. If it is for a belt, then it's going 12 rounds. But either way it goes, I have Fulton pulling off a unanimous decision over Castro. Which takes me to the main card, the first fight on the main card, which is Rolly versus Jaimes. Which apparently both of these dudes are punchers. So either way it goes, I don't think it's going 12 rounds or going 10 rounds. Whichever one is, it's not going to the card. Somebody getting knocked out. My thing is, right? See, I like Rolly, man. I like Rolly. I feel like Rolly has had some rough patches. You know, him getting knocked out by Tank, then him getting stopped by Isaac Cruz. I like Rolly, man. You know what? F it. I'm going with Rolly, bro. I'm going with Rolly to stop his opponent, maybe in the 8th round. I'm going because he's just that type of fighter where it's like you don't want to bet against him, but it's like, I don't know, like he's a weird fighter, man. But either way it goes, I don't care. I'm going with Rolly in the 8th round knockout. Which brings me to Caleb Plant versus Trevor Mccumby. Everybody knows I am a diehard Caleb Plant fan. Biggest fan in the world. My favorite fighter. All of that. Anybody who knows me, they'll tell you. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm extremely... You know what? No. Let me get up on the camera. I'm extremely nervous for this fight. Now, I used to think the same exact way as y'all. Oh, Caleb gonna stop this dude. Oh, who is this dude? I used to think the same thing as y'all, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know if it's because of the talks surrounding him or what, but the closer this fight gets, I get more nervous. Let me explain why I'm nervous. 1, Trevor is a big puncher. Despite what you may or may not know about him, he's a big puncher. And he's not a small dude. Trevor isn't a small dude. Trevor, I believe he's fought as high as cruiserweight. Now, you could say, well, he's coming down in weight. Yeah, but that's still a big dude though, bruh. That's a big dude, and I'm pretty sure he might even be bigger than Caleb come fight night. So, you got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, he's a pressure fighter. So, Caleb, you know, he has a history of gassing out. You know, he has a history to fade late in fights, right? However, I feel like when he fights pressure fighters, that's where he gasses out the most. That's Trevor Mccumby's game. He's a pressure in your face, in your chest type of fighter. However, he does swing wild shots, but the thing about it is too, he's kind of quick. He's a quick dude. All I'm saying is this: Trevor is no slouch. I know the masses are overlooking him, and thinking that Caleb should shut him out and should thrash him. I don't know if that's the case. Now, if Caleb thrashes him, then that's just Caleb being a dog, and that's just Caleb Plant being Caleb Plant. But Trevor poses a real big threat, and that is what makes me nervous about this fight tomorrow. Yeah, he poses a real threat to Caleb. Now, supposedly, Caleb has been working on his game. He's been working on it. He's been working on a inside game and things of that sort. So we'll just have to see how sharp Caleb looks and how well Caleb looks, because this ain't no easy win. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. If he beats Mccumby, if he washes Trevor Mccumby, then Caleb Plant is just on a different. He's just in a different stratosphere. That is what that means. He's just in a different stratosphere, because this guy right here, he's going to come to fight. And like what Caleb said, he believes in his power. He believes that he can knock out Caleb. He believes that he can stop Caleb. So you best believe he's going to go in there and try to accomplish that and try to upset Caleb Plant. So Caleb Plant definitely has a handful tomorrow. So please, including me, do not overlook Trevor Mccumby, because this is not an easy fight for CP whatsoever. However, I do have CP stopping. I do have CP stopping him in the late half of the fight, like round 10-ish. I do believe that Caleb's pedigree will become too much for Mccumby, and that he will take him in them deep waters and he's gonna drown him. So my prediction is a round 10 stoppage or a knockout for Caleb Plant. That is my prediction. Which brings me to the co-main event, which is Erislandy Lara versus Danny Garcia. You know, this is an interesting fight. And the reason why I say it's an interesting fight is because I feel like it could go either way. And what I mean by that is this can be a very boring fight, or it could be a very entertaining fight. I feel like there is no in between. I'm saying that, and I like both fighters. I like Erislandy Lara, and I like Danny. But this could be either a boring fight, or it could be a very entertaining fight. What are my predictions? My assessment of the fight is I don't know how Danny would do in this fight, in this weight rather. Mind you, Lara has been here. I believe he fought Jarrett Hurd at 160. That may have been 154, but either way it goes, Lara has been here. Danny is new here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to mention, Lara been knocking guys out. I believe his last three or four fights has been knockouts. And not just like stoppages. No, like he's been knocking guys out, putting them to sleep. Like if they drop, they don't get back up. Like he's been knocking guys out. So obviously Danny, he's a knockout. Well, I don't want to say he's a knockout puncher, but he has pop as well. He could definitely hurt you. I just don't know how Danny would do in a weight class like this. I feel like it's a little bit too much for Danny, but who knows? We'll see. But for me, I'm going with Erislandy Lara by decision. That's my opinion. I believe it goes 12 rounds. I don't think either. I mean, hey, listen. If somebody end up going to sleep, you best believe it's gonna be everywhere. Because for one, if Danny manages to sleep Erislandy Lara, he'll be the first one to ever do that. And if Lara sleeps Danny Garcia, he's the first one to ever do that. So either way it goes, if somebody get knocked out, you best believe it's going viral. But I don't think it's gonna go that far. I think it goes all 12. And I'm putting my bet on Erislandy Lara to beat Danny in 12 rounds. That's my opinion, and that's my assessment of the fight. Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga, however, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, and then I'm gonna wrap this up, because I feel like this don't need no introduction, no assessment, no anything, no breakdown, no nothing. Edgar Berlanga is getting put to sleep, point blank period. He's gonna get stopped. I'm not crazy to say he'll be stopped in 4 rounds because at this point, Sayul, you know, he takes his time to download his opponent. However, I'll say by like the 6th, 7th, 8th round, he's gonna stop Edgar. This fight ain't going no 12 rounds. He's stopping Edgar. Edgar's going to sleep. I'm sorry to say, he's going to sleep. I don't see a way how he can beat him. Like, yo, okay. It's funny to me because the more I hear Edgar Berlanga talk, the more I just think like, yo, bruh, like you have no idea. Yo, this man was just talking about, he pulled up a clip, right, of Dimitri Bivol fighting Canelo, and he was like, the jab is his kryptonite, which it is. You don't have a jab better than Bivol. You don't have a jab better than Keller Plant. You don't have a jab better than Triple G. You don't have a jab better than none of them dudes. Yeah, the jab is his kryptonite against somebody who knows how to use it. You don't know how to use that? That's not your game. I feel like he's gonna go in there and try to beat somebody that he's not, and that's why he's gonna get knocked out. Edgar, you are a knockout puncher, dog. You're extremely physical, right? Use that to your advantage. However, I don't think he's gonna. However, I don't think he's gonna knock him out. But still, that's your game. You are not a jabber. Bivol actually has more than just a jab. His lead hand game is crazy. He does a lot with just his lead hand. It's not just about jabbing. He does a lot more with just his lead hand. He controls you. He probes you. He creates punch traffic, something that you don't know how to do. It's way more than just a jab. No, Bivol does a lot. That's why he hasn't been beaten. That's why it's very hard to beat him. That's why he's in the top 3 as far as opponents that don't land too many punches on him. Bivol don't get hit a lot. He don't. Especially clean. Especially power shots. It's hard to hit him. For that reason, he's extremely good. So with that being said, Canelo, he's gonna stop you. It is what it is, bruh. You tried. It was a great effort. He's gonna stop you though. But on that note, if you are new to the channel and you enjoy any of this content, make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below y'all thoughts and opinions about the fight card and what are y'all picks and predictions for every fight on this card. Because again, I gave my picks. Could go wrong, could go right. Hopefully it goes right because the last time I did a prediction, it was on the Terrence Crawford card, and let's just say I didn't do so great. So hopefully this is a change. And if you are new, make sure you hit that red button that says subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And like always, it's your boy Remy, and I love you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.